This, honestly, it's going to be a harder one to call here. They both have different styles, different perspectives, different ways to approach the PvP matchup, and we're about to get into it. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the pink Protoss, representing among SC2 people. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the yellow Protoss player from the land of Czechia, representing Team Roddy. It is Sebesdes. Let us go. And if you're out there, if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats as we get into our PvP. Let's go. Un momento, papi. Un momento. God, I forgot to get rid of the logo. Hold on. Okay, we're good. We're here. We are back. 2-gate opener out of Sebesdes, 2-gate opener out of ReBellioN. We are going to be opening up so far in a standard fashion. My eyes are on this probe here as ReBellioN does as Sebesdes does move out across the map. Just now moving out with his probe scout. So a bit of a later probe scout out of Sebesdes. ReBellioN, he does poke his head in, and he's looking for the second pylon. He is searching for said pylon. Looks like there was a bit of latency in said matchup in game 1. Happened last series as well. True. Hopefully everything's okay. Once again, from here we're opening up. There is no proxy setup here. There's no pylon or probe out on the map for either player, so it looks like standard openers. Standard openers so far. 2 gates into either faster tech or earlier expansion. As we are setting up. And I spoke too soon. Okay, I did speak too soon here. The probe does veer off towards the top side. ReBellioN does open up double gateway into double stalker, and we'll see if he does. Okay, he's going to be expanding. Does have the money for it. Probe is hiding here towards the top side of the map, but so far no proxy setup yet. As ReBellioN does poke in. We do see a Twilight Council setup here from Sebesdes, working towards blink, and ReBellioN does throw down the pylon, so it looks like he does plan on throwing down extra gateways and committing even harder. Let's go. Yeah, he's setting up. Blink should be on the way. Sebesdes setting up some safety batteries as well. Playing it very safe. He's trying to play it safe. The first battery is going to be denied. Once again, Sebesdes, to be able to afford the passive Twilight Council, went into mass sentry. And head on here. Does bleed out a sentry already. Yeah, 1 sentry goes down. Losing 1. Thankfully, the battery does finish. And with the sentries, catches out one of the stalkers. Yeah, nice defense. Nice defense here from Sebesdes. Does trade 1-1. ReBellioN warping in those adepts. He's not all in, he's still probing up behind this, but he does have that proxy location, and adepts, they can one-shot probes. 2 adepts, I should say. 2 adepts can one-shot workers. We'll see if Sebesdes can keep up. Even hallucinating an army. He hallucinates. Does tank some shots. Does tank, there's a way into the main base. Adepts, they do bust in. And he commits. Yeah, he commits into the mineral line, getting 1, 2, 3, up to 4 probes. At the same time, the main army does push forward. Now baiting out shots. We get 5 probe kills for 2 adepts, well worth it here for ReBellioN, and ReBellioN takes a lead. He does take a lead. Behind this, going for his own blink slightly later. Likewise going for his own gateway. Robo as well. So ReBellioN pulls back, and it's going to be on Sebesdes to recover. To find some counter damage. Let's go, going for his own hallucinations. We do have an even Stalker count. And we do see that there's no battery here for ReBellioN, actually. Uh-oh. Yeah, no defensive battery. Sebesdes, he does snipe one. Takes a 1, 2 Stalkers go down. There's still no blink. Remember, blink was delayed. Yeah, no blink for ReBellioN. Without blink, he's being out controlled. The void's being pulled. Critical damage. And Sebesdes, he's snowballing out of control. As he can blink away. Yeah, pulls back. It kills more probes. 4 probes go down. And ReBellioN, he's losing that lead. Losing that lead. He can still warp in across the map. There's still potential here for ReBellioN to backstab with that pylon. Does have potential. Meanwhile, ReBellioN is building up his immortal counts. I say immortal counts are going for the prism first. Sebesdes is the first to expand. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Sebesdes. And ReBellioN is throwing down another gateway. 4th gateway has been thrown down. We have the War Prism. ReBellioN, he might just not expand. He does have the money for it, though. Late third. We're going to make a choice. There it is. Does go for the late expansion. Late third base main army does move out. ReBellioN needs to find damage. At the same time, Sebesdes is set up for his own harass. Adepts are getting in. Ooh, shading into the natural. Probes will be falling. Yeah, ReBellioN out of position. Losing even more workers. ReBellioN, he was already behind. And he's all in. At this point, ReBellioN is all in. He has to break through. Meanwhile, that's going to be 9 probes going down, getting up to 10. 10 probe kills, insane damage. At the same time, ReBellioN also gets into the middle end as well. But Sebesdes has a shield battery. Sebesdes, he breaks out. Respecting the army. I mean, time is on his side. Just has to wait for more warp ins. Just calm down. Be more defensive. ReBellioN still just now finishing up his own third. So delayed. And we're going for Glaives. A bit of a desperation move here. Glaive Adepts, they can trade well for themselves, but again, not from far behind like this. Can be ideal harassing at least, or at least buffering. But it is a rough position for ReBellioN. Does surpass the army, okay? Gets into the natural, he can always recall. And he will need to. As he gets 9, 10 probe kills, does recall back home. Does without 2 stalkers. Adepts to hit the third base. Nice damage here by ReBellioN, okay. 12 probes, 13. 13 probes go down. Again, there's nice economic damage, but Sebesdes does have the massive army lead. And he's pushing. He's had enough defending. He's moving out across the map. Is pushing, and with the power of 3 immortals, a mass stalker cannot stop him. Not like this. Sebesdes moves in. Nothing across the map. Trying to warp into Adepts. Adepts, they can tank, but there's only 3 of them. There's only 3 Adepts without the immortals. They just start a step forward. They break through the stalkers. GG gets called, and Sebesdes takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Sebesdes does take a lead in the series. ReBellioN, he had actually a nicer start where he was able to get an economic lead, get some economic damage, but last he was unprepared back at home for his own defenses. He got caught out by the stalkers. We saw that big blink timing for Sebesdes as well, where he was able to take advantage of ReBellioN, and GG. GG, well played. ReBellioN just sustained too many losses, too much damage. He was stuck on 2 bases for too long as well, and with that, Sebesdes takes a lead in the series. As now we're getting to game number 2 and spawning in the top left hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the pink Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss. Representing among these 2 people, it is ReBellioN. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the yellow Protoss player from land of Czechia, leading the series 1-0. It is Sebesdes. Here we go. As we get into game number 2 here, and again, Sebesdes in a much more quote-unquote standard game state was able to take one over on ReBellioN. ReBellioN, he was able to harass at times and get into mineral lines, but overall he was behind when it came to his third base, behind when it came to his blink timing. He did have that tech deficit, of course, and Sebesdes took full advantage of that, at least in game 1. We'll see how they adjust coming into game number 2. We shall see. For now, opening up 2-gate opener versus 2-gate opener. Everything's looking normal. Last game, Sebesdes did open up with additional sentries and did get away with it. Did manage to defend and survive. We'll see how ReBellioN will approach instead. Okay, let's go. Let us go. From here, I'm used to seeing ReBellioN go for more aggressive builds, go for proxies, cheeses, all-ins. ReBellioN was actually surprisingly tame last game. Had a couple of harassing moments, but that's really it. And we're seeing the same thing here as well. Opening up a Stalker Expand. Interesting. Sebesdes himself opening up Stalker Sentry. But ReBellioN does skip his second units and can go for a faster Nexus. Yeah, let's go. Okay. ReBellioN cutting corners here. Usually it's Sentry Expand, but Stalker Expand out of ReBellioN does have a slightly faster base. Does cut some corners here. Does cut corners. Again, only slightly faster compared to his opponent. ReBellioN does have a probe active, going for a proxy pylon. And we'll see how Sebesdes does respond. So now he's just going for his Twilight Council, building up into Blink. Extra gateway on the way for ReBellioN, once again going for the proxy. Means he can reinforce across the map that much faster. Can reinforce, he can commit. Going for a delayed Twilight Council. This build is actually very similar to game number 1, except ReBellion's going for the faster expand. But outside of that, very similar. Where Sebesdes does have a window in time where he has blink over his opponents, but ReBellioN has the potential to harass with the depths. So he does move out. I'm going to be reinforcing with Stalkers actually instead. Okay, ReBellioN being hyper aggressive. Oh my god, speaking of being hyper aggressive, that was one step further here. We're going for the delayed Twilight Council, not into Blink, but into a Dark Shrine. Into DTs instead. Does fake some Stalkers. Catching out one of the sentries. No safety shield battery this time. Yeah, there's no safety battery. Sentry does go down. Better pick ups from ReBellioN. Distracting the army. And do you see what I see? No detection. Currently no detection here. Boys are being pulled. So far ReBellion's trading well. He has to back off. Running out of hallucinations. Backs off, he pulls away. Catching out 6 probes. Trading with the Stalkers. Oh, and again, Sebesdes is being bullied here and now. And honestly, even just a 4th gateway with extra warpins would have been enough. Like, this is getting out of hand. Even without the Dark Templar, it's getting out of hand. Against Sebesdes, he was just that much greedier this time in the defense. With 0 batteries. Dark Shrine is almost done. ReBellioN, he can just keep applying pressure. As I mentioned before, even without the Dark Shrine, he can just win the game with this. He's up in Stalkers. Yeah, he's just up in Stalkers. Catching up the second Stalker. There's 3 Stalkers left. Nice control here by Sebesdes. Yeah, controls well, barely holding on. Dark Templar waddling in, and again, there is a 0 detection. And this should end the game. Yeah, this should end the game here. Stalkers are getting picked up. DTs are revealed, waddling into the mineral lines. He waddles in. We respond with a robo so late. And now there's no mining. Now, thankfully, there was only 1 Dark Templar, but here comes the second DT. We have 1 for each expansion, 1 for each base. And to win this game, we can even just go for the robo and just kill it. We can just kill the robo. Sebesdes forced a counterattack. He's all in. Completely all in. This battery's back at home for ReBellioN. Ah, no. He's got batteries. GG gets called, and ReBellioN with the Invisible Man. He does claim game number 2. GG. GG. Does have the series 1-1, and we do have a back and forth. We do have an ace match, and this does happen from time to time. It is not uncommon for Protoss players to delay or to skip their robos, skip their detection, and then bam, DTs arrive, and GG. GG, well played. Even without them, to be fair, ReBellioN, he was out trading. He was applying so much pressure, and he was out trading Sebesdes. Sebesdes barely hanging on towards the end, partly because we saw there were no reinforcements from ReBellioN going into Dark Templar. But GG. GG, well played. With that, we have an ace match. We have a game 3, and we'll see who can claim this series. Remember, this is in the upper brackets. The loser will still have another chance in the elimination rounds. So have another chance. So spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Title Citadel, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the pink Protoss, representing among SC2 people. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the yellow Protoss player from the land of Czechia, representing Team Roddy, being forced into a tied series. It is Sebesdes. Let's go. And us goes. We did have a very cheeky build from ReBellioN last game. It all began with a very greedy build. Remember, he went for a 2-gate opener into a fast expansion, opening up with a single Stalker. But it was the aftermath, of course. It was the follow-up where he was hyper-aggressive, going for the Proxy Gateway and the Proxy Dark Shrine. Oh boy. This time he's counter rushing. He's crazy. The Forge is on the way. He's going for the Forge. The probe does move out across the map. Second probe as well. And the cannon rushes, they do exist in PvP. Can he get behind the mineral line? Can he bust into the main? Can he get on top of the production? Where are we going? Yeah, it does head for the mineral line. If he can set up cannons here behind those patches, then he can just straight up in the game. Here they come. The first pylon. Yeah, he's walling up. He fully walls off the area. Probes, they cannot engage. And now we have a safe zone. We've created a safe zone here behind the patches, covering the gas geyser and the main base mineral line. The probes will break through the right hand side, but cannons are being turned down. Here they come. He gets a cannon. He fully walls off with the gateway. Backup pylon, and we might even see a second cannon here as well. Yeah, down goes the first pylon. First pylon goes down. Second cannon. Yep, there we go. There's one pylon powering everything. The pylon will finish. Behind the Sebesdes, he's getting his zealots. The pylon's under fire. Backup pylon gets thrown down, which is within range of both cannons. And probes are falling. Yeah, probes are falling. Zealot's going to be waddling in. Second cannon is almost complete. Oh, it does get that second cannon. Focusing down the Zealots. Oh no! And this is getting out of hand. This is getting any damage. He's done it. The cannon rush has worked. Every probe will fall here. GG. And ReBellioN, he will claim the series 2-1, taking down Sebesdes. GG. Ay, ay, ay. A very Protoss PvP here from ReBellioN. GG, well played. As ReBellioN, what does he do? He pops off a game 2 with a Dark Shrine with DTs, and game 3 with the Cannon Rush. Can't get much more Protoss than that, Pat. GG, well played. Congratulations, ReBellioN. He will claim the series. Meanwhile, Sebesdes, he is knocked down to the lower bracket. GG, well played. Again, unfortunately, Sebesdes, he was unable to stop the wall off. He was unable to stop the pylons, the cannons from getting up and running. Again, it can just be a really brutal position behind that mineral line, and we saw that Sebesdes, he was unable to react ahead of time to try to, say, disrupt the cannon rush or disrupt the probe behind the mineral line as well. It is standard to be scouting in that area, so there was just no tell, right? There was no tell of anything sinister going on, and in the end, he was broken. GG. GG, well played. It was close, to be fair. Like, it was very, very close. The cannon was very low on HP. The pylon was very low on HP. It was close. But with that, GG, well played. With that, we are going to be moving on here to another mirror matchup. It's going to be a ZVZ this time between GG Machine and Shino. Let's go.